Hello. So we're going to get going on day 19. It has been a couple real world days since we did day 18. Going over my notes, and I'm still wanting to focus a bit on filling out some of the missing letters in my grid here for that message from the pictures. Still somewhat interested in chess pieces, but I have yet to see white queen or king. So until I do, I'm not sure I can make that my focus for today, but I will be interested to see if those pieces are shifting around room locations or if they're sticking to particular room types. For instance, I think the white bishop is always in the chapel, regardless of where the chapel shows up. So I might want to confirm that much at least, that the pieces are moving around day to day. I think they might be, and I want to confirm that because that would mean that I would need to have a single magical day in which I find all the pieces and write down all of their locations. More than likely in order to solve that puzzle in the precipice. At any rate, let's get on to day 19. I don't know why it never registers on the first or second mouse click. I have to beat that continue button numerous times before it finally registers. All right. So the reason why we have 5 gems and 5 coin is that we froze some of our assets at the end of day 18. We froze some gems we had. We start with 2 gems, but we froze 3, so that makes 5. And we froze apparently 5 coins, and now I'm going to go pick up allowance, and we'll be at 7 coin and 5 gems, and that's a really good, kind of start to the day, in addition to the 70 steps that we now have. But let's go find make sure there's nothing else lingering here. Sometimes I miss a chest, and that always feels stupid when I do. But let's go ahead and find out what our outdoor, our outbuilding, our room is going to be. I don't think I need the hovel because I have 5 gems at the moment. I like the schoolhouse because I want to do more classrooms. I'd like to see more classrooms, more than grades 1 and 2. I'm assuming they appear to me in order. So in order to see grades 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, I have to do all the others. So we might give a slight priority to classrooms today, just because those seem to be given some sort of clues with colors and color associations and flag associations and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and do a schoolhouse. There may or may not be anything to pick up in the schoolhouse. Just drafting it is what gives us the extra classrooms. Okay, unless I'm being blind, I'm not really seeing anything here per se. I'm curious what happens if I do that. It will turn off a flame. Will that remove an elevator? No, it doesn't remove the elevator, so I might need to start turning those valves back off so that they they operate something else now that the elevator is unlocked. But we'll see if that ends up being, necessary or not. Alrighty, I'd also still really like a light or a source of flame or some way to examine that darkened tunnel with all those boxes, like under the, I don't know, the bridge or the causeway or whatever it is. I feel like that's an unexplored area, and it's just because it won't let me. They haven't given me any source of light, like that I can take with me, which is a shame. For filling in, I kind of need to get a bit high today. But anyway, we'll just start over here. Starting with the hallway, because we do not have any keys. So we do want keys. Commissary right at the beginning. I don't have I have 7 coin. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the commissary. We'll at least see what's on sale. I realize I'm burning one of my gems already, but we'll at least see what we have the opportunity to buy today. Okay, selling magnifying glass, sledgehammer, a sleeping mask, and running shoes. The only thing we could afford is the magnifying glass, and at the moment, we can't afford a sledgehammer yet, and we don't necessarily need one if we don't run across any trunks. I'm gonna hold off on the magnifying glass. Actually, no, I'm gonna go ahead and buy the magnifying glass while I'm here. It's not like I can save my money for gems. They're not selling gems today, so. Magnifying glass is always nice to have. Alrighty. I do not want to dead end. Library is fine, it works. I like myself a library. Take a tour upstairs. No, I do not see anything. But we can request a book. Those are always fun to read. So, I think the only book we have yet to read is The Fixed Stars by Richard Witt. So we're going to request that. And okay. We'll do our first classroom. Ooh, bookshop. We have yet to see a bookshop. They both cost a gem, or they both require a gem. We have yet to visit the bookshop, though. I spent coins on a magnifying glass. I didn't realize there'd be a bookshop where I could buy books. I'm going to do the classroom right now because I probably won't have enough money to buy any book. And yet there might be a clue in the bookshop, but hopefully we'll get the opportunity of the bookshop, again later today or, next day or something. So I'm going to prioritize the classroom because we've got the schoolhouse in play today. And we won't necessarily have the option of having that in play tomorrow or the next day, right? So kind of take advantage of the schoolhouse while we've got it. This is the grade 1. Eat the apple. This information seems to be all the same. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they're changing that information at all. One thing I'm going to write down, like, I'm going to call that like brownish or whatever. Oh, actually, I thought it was a repeating pattern, but it's not. So I guess I will need to perhaps write the entire alphabet and its associated colors. Okay. And we'll also have the numbers over here. with the 8 is actually an infinity. Now I'm just going to note, instead of saying brown, I'm going to say gray. It's more brown than it is gray, but I want to use a single lowercase letter, so we'll do like it's not really yellow or orange. I guess I could do cyan, so I'll do brown. That violet or purple. It's more of a violet, I think. Brown, violet, cyan, brown, cyan, violet, brown, cyan, violet, cyan, brown, cyan, violet, brown, cyan, brown, violet, brown, cyan, violet, brown, cyan, I didn't finish the alphabet. I stopped at V for some reason and then switched to the numbers. I don't know why. Okay, so violet, brown, cyan, violet, and then the numbers are, okay, we've got brown, violet, cyan, brown, cyan, violet, brown, cyan on the infinity in place of the 8, and then violet 9 and cyan on the 10. Okay. So I've written down that, I've written down the color association. I'm calling this like a brown. I guess it could be a tan or something. I'm calling that a violet. I'm calling this cyan just so I don't have blue and brown because I'm just using single letters. B for brown, V for violet, C for cyan. Okay. Alrighty. We move on. Too expensive, but we can redraw. Yeah, I don't think I have a die, so I think it's just, I think I can only redraw here. I don't know once I leave this room if I can redraw, so I might as well just spin this redraw now. Get our next classroom immediately, sure. Let's do that. We'll run out of gems, but and it looks like Looks like the letter and number color patterns are consistent. We've already figured out the clues from the test. Oh, there's some reroll die. Did I miss something in classroom 1 that was sitting around for me to pick up? That's a good question. I'll burn a couple extra feet just to double check. No, it doesn't look like. Okay, I just burned some extra feet for no good reason. Okay, but yeah, so the die or what can I take with me? So I won't use those, but I can use this. Yeah, none of this is exciting, so we're just gonna do a redraw. Drafting's a bit expensive. Den will give us a gem and connects up, so we're gonna do the den. Definitely. Den has a white pawn. I think that's always been the case. White pawn in the den. One moment. My dog is acting up. Is he outside? Apologies. I'm back. Let's see. Okay, there's a trunk. So we're not going to use our only key to open that trunk, however. We, in theory, could buy a sledgehammer if we get enough coinage. But let's. We do not have the option of buying a shovel today. So unless we find a shovel, we are not digging up these dirt patches. So there's a spot where I have an N and I expect it to be a T. That's at 5E. So in other words, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this room here, I have an N written down, but I expect it to actually be a T. So I'd like to maybe get over there and double check that. Reading Nook will give us a key, would let us draft a library. We already have a library. But, you know, hey, having a key is good. So we'll just... get the key. And... ooh, coupon book. Save 1 coin on each purchase you make in the estate. Okay. All right, that's cool. Let's see. Oh, and it has a... rook. This is... D. Now, library, is it going to let me read the book that I just requested in the other library? Or I could do a pantry. Library and pantry would both lead me over here. Pantry. I want the coins at the moment. I could go back to the commissary and get myself a sledgehammer if need be. Or if we find the bookshop again, we can draft it and have maybe some coins to spend at the bookshop. So have that. I do not recall there being. See, I think the chess pieces are specific to the rooms, not the room locations. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5E, so I need to see what's in the pictures in this room. Oh, classroom number 3? Yeah, let's do it. This is our first experience with grade 3 classroom. So first of all, this is 5E. And tent tag. Wait a minute. 10. Okay. Tent 10. It is a difference of a T, which is what I expected. So when I wrote down N previously, that was a misinformation. It is a T like I expected it to be because it should be the word 8. Okay, cool. Tent and 10, difference of a T. I probably just wrote down N, like last time it may have shown me like a tent and a 10, and I wrote down an N for some reason, just erroneously. I'm sure I just wrote the N down erroneously when the difference was actually a T all along. I'm slightly dyslexic, so I have those issues on occasion. Periodic table of elements. Sure. Science is fun. Okay. So we've got fluorine, uranium, nitrogen. Okay, we have violet beaker, or tall beaker. Cyan squat beaker. Yellow jar or glass jar, and then violet squat beaker. Okay, I'm calling this glass jar. I'm calling this a tall beaker and this squat beakers. I don't know what their actual proper names are. But let's take a look at the, first of all, we get an apple. We get, which is nice. And so we've got like squat beaker, tall beaker, whatever. Use the elements below to form the answers to each question below. Hydrogen in liquid state is called ice, so ICE. Yeah, okay. Hydrogen in solid state, no, it's not. Hydrogen in liquid state is called water. W, so W and then ATER. H2O in solid state is what's called ice, ICE. H2O in gaseous state is called I mean, I generally call it water vapor, but gaseous state. Okay. Let's see what some of the answers written were. Well, okay. G is not an option, so they got that one wrong. Mrs. Peterson, disrespectful, see me after class. Teardrop. Water. So there's only 3 tests. They all got the water and gaseous state answer wrong. So what is it? Okay, so A is ER. And that's going to translate into some numbers because of the periodic table. And then B is ICE, which is going to translate in some numbers. And then C is, well, what's left? Alexa, what is H2O in gaseous state called?
H2O is the chemical formula for water. When H2O is in its gaseous state, it's called water vapor or steam. Would you like to learn about the different states of water?
No, thank you. Okay, steam. Yeah, okay, so this answer is steam. I should have thought of that. I'm a steampunk aficionado. I just tend to think of steam not as water vapor, although it is. I tend to think of steam as like water droplets suspended in the air. You know, that's just because steam condenses to water upon contact with surfaces. But yeah, it is steam. Yeah, so steam, which is going to be STEAM, which will give us some numbers. Okay, so let's go figure out what those numbers are with the periodic table. So we've got water. Oh, they're not going to give us the number on the periodic tables. In the periodic table. Lasai. I don't have, I mean, I know this is 1 and that's 2. F is 9. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Uranium is 92. So 91, 90, 89, 88, 87, 80. Okay, so the ones we want are, so that's 9, 10. No, wait a minute. Nitrogen is 7. Wait a minute. You said nitrogen is 7? And fluorine is 9. Oh, difference between 7 and 8 and 9. Okay, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so I'm looking for W is here. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17, 18. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Well, we're going to do this more mathematically. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So this is 18 across. Okay. So this is 2 plus 8 is 10. Plus another 8 is 18, plus another 18. 18 plus 18 is 36. Plus another 18 is 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Okay. 61, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 67, 68, 69, 70, so 71. Because this is 18 plus 18 plus 18 plus 18 minus 1. So Alexa, what is 18 times 4? Alexa, what is 18 times 4?
18 times 4 equals 72.
Okay, so 72. So this is 71. TE. Where is TE? Is it behind this thingy here? Behind this corner? Okay. Okay, where's AT? Oh, AT is 71, not AM. I wrote 71 down for AM, and it's not. It's AT. AT is 71. AM is over here. So uranium is 92, 93, 94, 95. Okay. TE, oh, there's ER. Okay, so uranium is 92, 91. Okay, so if this is, this we said is 72. 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88. That doesn't make any sense. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alexa, what is 4 times 18?
4 times 18 equals 72.
Okay, 72. 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83. I am confusing myself. 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, but then 90, 91, 92. But not uranium is 92, so that doesn't work. I forget how the periodic table is numbered. I am going to cheat. I'm going to cheat because I'm just gonna pull up periodic table on my phone. All right. Okay. Okay, yeah, so the numbering is all skewed because I forgot that this whole sequence basically jumps into this gap here and expands all of these out. So these are not this is not 71. This is, yeah, okay. So AT is, or I'm just referring to the periodic table. I'm not going to do this whole counting thing. Because they don't seem to be lying about the numbers, or like not making up these numbers. So W is 74. So we've got 74. AT is 85. ER is 68. Okay, I is 53. CE is 58. S is 16. TE is 52. And AM is 95. Okay, there we go. So what I've done is I've jotted down, so the answers to the test, like H2O, right? Liquid, solid, gas, A, B, and C, where those were spelled out with those elements, and then those elements correspond to numbers from the periodic table, sort of like what they did over here. What I have not done is I haven't written out the name of all the elements, so if I need that, I just have to look that up again. But because I've written down the letters that represent the elements, I can go back to the periodic table and look that up if necessary later. I just doubt that that's necessary. It's probably a numeric code of some.
H2O is the chemical formula for water.
Alexa, stop. It's probably just a code, a numeric code that we need to know at some point. Okay. So moving on. So we're going to come down here, and then we're going to have to wrap back around and come through here to go over to this side at all. We've got one way to go to this side. But before we go over here, I'm going to go here and try to pick up some more gems and stuff. I'm not gonna spend my last gems on a veranda. Let's see. Yeah, no, we're gonna redraw. We're gonna redraw again. Dining room isn't awful. But I do have more redraws. Well, then again, the classrooms are always going to bend. If it bends, it's going to block me off. So I'm better off, I think, just taking the dining room right now. Or the corridor. But dining room has the benefit that if later we could come back and eat a meal if we get high enough. So it's better than the corridor. Dining room. Is 40, and it has a white pawn. Okay. Okay, a meal that we're not yet ready to eat, but nothing else to be discovered or picked up, I don't think, so we're just moving on. A wine cellar gives us 3 gems, but it does dead end us. It's not awful. It's not awful because we can get to over here through multiple doorways, and we were just kind of searching for gems, so we'll take the gems. We'll probably need some more keys as well, but right now we're going to take these gems. And that's peaks and P's, difference of a K. And I'm just double checking that K is what I had there. K is what I have there because it's the end of the word crack. Yep, that makes sense. So let's pick up these gems. Alrighty. So now we're going to weave our way back to the foundation and try this doorway here. Kitchen costs a gem, would let us buy food later if we need it. Sort of sends us in a direction we like, but at the same time, what is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5C. 5C is a G. Yeah, no, that's fine. That would cost us a gem, but we're not actually stuck. That's not good. That's less helpful, right? Yeah, because I already, yeah, that's less helpful. I'm debating using a redraw here, but I won't. Extra 10 feet if we get a trophy room. I'm not going to buy steps right now. Corridor is fine. I don't see a chess piece. I already know the letter for this room, so that's what planter, pilot, plot. So an I. Yeah, I is what I expect there. Pilot and... So I'm interpreting this as a plot. And this is a pilot, difference of I. All right, moving on. Gives me keys, but dead ends me. I don't, and costs a gem. I don't want a dead end. This takes me up, which I want to do, so we're just going to do this. This should give me an E. Tube and tub. Like it's a test tube. Yeah, tube and tub, so it's an E. Yep, so that gives me an E. Which spells across the word 8, which is what I was expecting. Something, something, small gates, 8 dates, crack, 8 safes. Small gates, 8 dates, crack, 8 safes. But this has a okay, so bedroom, this is 5A. White pawn. Okay. I don't see anything I'm missing here. All right. My last key. We'll do the drawing room. I can't afford to dead end myself right now with the garage. So we spent a gem on the drawing room. Okay. And then this has... Does this have a chess piece? It also has a white pawn. Okay. So... drawing room. Which I think... Yeah, 6A? Yeah, 6A. White pawn. And I need to look at the pictures. These pictures over here. Rain and grain. So that's a G. Oh yeah, because it's Gates. I'm on. I already know this letter. Sorry, I already know this letter. It's G for Gates. I need to go up like a few more before I get back to letters I don't know yet that I haven't filled in yet. Anything to pick up here? Nope. Okay. So we'll try to make our way back this way to try to get some keys. Before we go up further. It's locked. Okay, well, let's see what this does. I already have this letter, so I'm fine to just... Okay, so locked. This is locked, and this is locked. So I need to go get key somewhere. Which means I need to go down here and explore this area, and there's a trunk in the den that I could break open with a sledgehammer if I buy a sledgehammer, which with my coupon I could buy, but we'll explore this area first and try to get, like, because if we can get a locksmith where we can buy keys, that'd be better. But yes, I'll be burning some steps. Lockpick set would be nice, but we don't have that at the moment. Has this remained? Did the basement remain unlocked? I didn't check that. The foundation remains in place, so I'm wondering if the basement remains unlocked. Or if we're gonna have to get the basement key every time. Ah, okay, it's... No, it's unlocked. So, oh, okay, we have access to the basement if we want it. And that looks like that light is green, so if I walked in there, we could do, well, we could explore, but it's a waste of steps right now until I can drain the reservoir. I have to either drain the reservoir or remove that minecart blocking that one tunnel in order to, like, progress further in the basement area, I believe. So we're not going to waste more steps on that right now. But that's good to know. We don't have to keep getting the... We don't have to keep getting that, So you're right, I cannot get into this trunk at the moment. Yes, the trunk is locked. They're always locked. But I can... perhaps go here. Okay. Can I do I have something to retrieve? No. Okay. And I don't want to check an item right now, so okay. And nothing else to do in here. Okay. So that means I have to go the long way around to the entrance hall. I'm going to go ahead and buy that sledgehammer. Because I'll have to walk back through the den. And so might have a key. Now, if we end up seeing a locksmith and then I have no coins to pay the locksmith, I'll feel silly. But we don't know that to be the case. Parlor is nice. It gives me more gems. We like that. Well, I say it gives me the opportunity to solve the logic puzzle and earn 2 gems. When I'm not being stupid, I generally solve these. I don't see anything else to pick up in the room. I do not see a chess piece to record. Oh, wait a minute. There's a chess piece. It looks like a black pawn. Parlor is 1D. I don't know if that's a black pawn or if it's meant to be a white pawn and it just is in shadow or something, but regardless. Okay. A box next to this box contains gems, so that's either true or false depending upon whether this box... Both boxes next to this box contain gems. Well, that's false, because only one of the boxes contains gems. A box next to this box is true. Well, that's false. So, by process of elimination, this has to be false, because only one, per the rules, only one box is allowed to have, it contains the gems. So both boxes next to this box contains gems is a false statement, which forces this statement, a box next to this box is true, to be false. Since both of these are false, this has to be true. A box next to this box contains gems, so that's true, so this is the box with gems. Boom, boom. We can dead end here and get a key. And 10 more coin, which we could use in the kitchen to buy feet, or buy food to give us feet. It's not a bad deal. I mean, I'd have to redraw another. I'd have to use a redraw to try to get something that got me over here. And really, I was just looking for a key, and getting a gem and 10 coin in the process is a bonus. So. And it has it does have a white pawn. Oh, and it has one of those globes that I can't reach, but if I could, I'm sure it would spin. Is there some way to unstack things to reach that globe, which likely spins? I don't know. Okay, so anyway, we've got storeroom, which is 2D white pawn. Okay, so now we are going to go all the way back through here to the den, break open that trunk, hope for another key, and then regardless proceed on to here, because our only doorways are here, and they're both locked, but we have one key, so we should be able to progress a little further at least. I mean, I have 10 coin, but I don't really want to buy sleeping mask. I think I can get more feet by buying food than I can by buying sleeping mask. My recollection is sleeping mask is every time I enter a bedroom I get plus 5 feet, but with 10 coin I think I can buy more than 5 feet in the kitchen. Bunch of gems, but no key. So we still only have one key. We are key poor today. Ooh boy. I don't have a way to get a shovel where I can dig up those things in hope of a key, but I don't have a way to do that. I passed on the opportunity to dead end myself with a garage for 3 keys, but literally would have dead ended me, so I had to pass up the opportunity. Keys are useless without doorways, and locked doors are useless without keys. I don't need to buy steps yet. I may have to come back and, well, do I want to come back? Well, I'm going to hold off because I could still maybe get a locksmith off of this or something. Lots of gems. Boiler room. That lets us power some things. But I don't know what to power yet. Pool would let us do pump room potentially. So, and that gives us another doorway. So we'll do pool. Cost and cost, you know, it's a difference of an, oh, we'll go down here because we've drained the pool, so we get coins from the bottom of the pool because we drained the pool last time we used the pump room. Ooh, key. I like that. Yeah, I might as well use the key here. Well, no, because... Yeah, I might as well use the... Or do I go over here and use the key here? I will use the key here. Strategery. Because if I get to a room on the in the 8th, then I can go to the dining room and get a bunch of extra feet. But also more valuable stuff the higher up you go. Plus, I need to this letter, or at least confirm that letter. I have penciled in a possible C, but I have a question mark on it, so I want to see if I can confirm that. And I'd like to get, well, I mean, get here, but I'd also like to get here. Okay. West Wing Hall is good. We will do that. Because there's no guarantee that this closet's going to give me a key. So this is a crate and rate that seems to confirm my C, because otherwise it's like a box and something else, but I think it's crate and rate. So now, oh, that bell that I heard, I was wondering what that bell was. That's the dinner bell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. Okay, so it takes me 11 to get to the dining room from here, essentially. Okay. Ooh. Classroom is cool. Security would let me proceed onward, because if I do the classroom, I'm going to be here, but I can't get over here. but still, I guess we'll do it. Because if we can get another key, we can come up this way to over here. So it is 8B. More Raven. Korika, the Great Tress, Vera, Morajai. This doesn't look like Earth. I had kind of figured we were in a different world. Okay. Orinda Aries, Nuance, Arch Aries, Iraja. Further Nuance? Orindia. Okay. So that's Orindia, and then this is Moraven. Are there two different worlds? The Three of Tides, Isles of Versailles. East Eclipse. In Eclipse. In Eclipse, East Eclipse. There's a lot going on here. South Key. Ooh. So much going on here. North Circle, Sacred Circle. So much going on here. Okay. Geography. Okay. I don't know where to begin note-wise on this. Arch Aries, Finn, Real Museum. Colossus. Orinda. Okay. Um, um, hmm. Morajai. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm like literally trying to quickly like note down some of this map stuff going on, but like it's a lot. And then something. Okay. We're in third era. Spiral of stairs. Stars, not stairs. Spiral of stars. It's like it goes like moon, Jupiter-like thing, Saturn-like, and then Earth-y. And like, maybe that's not like moon, maybe that's like, if those are planets, that's not moon, it's on the first one there, that's kind of like maybe, Marsy, and then like a Mercury-ish. I don't know. Okay. And then Oh. Jeez, oh Pete, there's a lot of information here. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you got a flag, and then I mean, that's like a bat and a eagle. Blinded woman, bat, eagle. Um, tree, tower, tower. Okay, and then this thing, goes 90 degrees to and then we've got um, 8 degrees, 8 degrees. Four sectors. And then ROT and it goes TOR, and this is 46. And then inside, I'm writing down a lot of stuff. I'm just one, 7, 4, 6, 2, 8, Okay, jeez, oh Pete. What do we got going on over here? Over here, I got its sphere, third era. Secret of Signs. Um, um, Devoted orbit, 24 hours. Um, Devoted circle. I mean, jeez, oh Pete. Okay. So not services. More. This is Dalja. Via. Via. And then we've got Femora and Mamora. Okay. Okay, and then we've got the three of times. Um, Isles of Versailles. Um, Jeez, oh, Pete. Okay. I've been spending forever in this room. I have attempted to like copy down so much of that. Okay, let's get these pictures. Let's get the letter of this room. Because I don't think I have the letter of this room. Okay. Bat and boat. That's an O. So CO something N. All right, let's look at this test. Identify each realm on the map below. Okay. Test realm. Okay. So 5 of 7. So Patricia said Patricia 5 of 7. She said 1 was and 2 was and 3 was and 4 was and 5 was and 6 was and 7 was okay. So she got 2 incorrect. So then we go over here. And this person got Praja. H. Got 4 of 7. And they said 1 was the rainbow and 2 was the banner, or I say banner, I mean like the nameplate or whatever, and 3 is like the V, and 4 is the diamond, and 5 is the mountain, and 6 is the and 7 is the all right. And then Kathleen Kathleen's a C minus. So C minus is 4 of 7 is a C minus. So she also got 4 of 7. Okay. She said 1 is, and 2 is, and 3 is, and 4 is that nameplate like thing, and then 5 is the mountain. 6 is the what that other plate looking thing. And 7 is the hourglass. But the other two students didn't use this symbol, so I think that might be the reference of, I hope this isn't a political statement that like this realm belongs to this, you know, instead of what it actually is. All right, and then we've got already 5 of 7. Four is rainbow. 5 is mountain. 6 is pentagram. 7 is hourglass. We learned that, okay, so like we know what some of these are. We're like, this is Arch Aries. This is, this symbol means Iraja. This symbol means Fen. This one I don't have. This one I don't have. This one I don't have. And this one means con something or other. So now let's go back to the map. So Arch Aries, Iraja, so Morajai, oh, not con, so that would be core. Kororika? Okay, so then Um, there, Rica, and then we go over here, and we got nuance. Miranda Aries, Iraja, and Arch Aries. And the question is, you know, which goes with what? So we know from the book In the Precipice, we know some of these. So Iraja is the hourglass. I think Kororika is the V. Arch Aries is the like two mountain peak thing. Okay, and then so so almost everybody had one is the V, only Prasia did not. Looks like two is either the rainbow or that nameplate thingy. Three, there's a few options for what three could be. Seven, everybody agrees that seven, well, everybody except for Patricia. So Patricia got that wrong. So she got 4 and 7 wrong. Which means that does that just mean that they're swapped? So that would make 4 the diamond. Okay, so that would make the Okay. So I've got, okay. So let's go back to Patricia and I'll show you what I think is the case. So I think she definitely got this one wrong because this is Iraja and Iraja is the hourglass. So I think she just swapped these two. So I think if you, and then the rest she got right. So she got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correct, and then 1, 2 swapped and therefore incorrect. So that is what I've written down as my answer key is this, and then these two swapped. And so now I'm going to check that against the other papers to see if that lines up with the grades that they got. So then Patricia would have gotten 2, 3. Yeah, so then Patricia got 3 wrong and 4 correct. Praja, I mean, not Patricia, Praja, if that's the answer key. Kathleen got 1, 2, 3 wrong, and therefore 4 correct by that answer key. And then Artie got 1, 2, 2 wrong and 5 correct by that answer key. So that is the answer key. So that fills in, that tells me, this is what this tells me, that looking at this map, Arch Aries is the mountainy looking symbol. Arinda Aries is the pentagram symbol. Raja is the hourglass looking symbol. Nuance is the diamond. Vera is that nameplate looking thing. Morajai is the rainbow looking one. And Corica is the V looking one. Over here. So Vera is the nameplate looking one. Morajai is the rainbow looking one. And Corica is the V looking one. Okay. Okay. Ooh, that was a lot of info. Have I missed anything in this room? I think I've solved everything here. I don't know the significance of these things to those locations, but I wrote it all down. All right, what are we gonna do? Locked, I do not have a key. see if I need a key over here. Locked. Locked, locked. I think this is locked, if I recall correctly. I'll go back and double check it, but I'm pretty sure it's locked. And I don't have a way to get keys. A lot of unused gems. I could use a freezer right now. A lot of unused money. But the I could buy steps that won't help. I could I could I already have a sledgehammer. I already have a magnifying glass. Running shoes won't help. Sleeping mask won't help. Yeah, I think I might be done for the day just because I'm got locked doors and no keys. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 locked doors. Plenty of gems right now. Couple rerolls. Enough feet because I can go back to the dining room, get more, eat a meal, get more feet, go to the kitchen, eat food, get more feet. But I don't have a way to get keys. Don't have a way to get keys. Therefore, I think I'm done. Could run around outside, but I can't think of anything. The code. Okay, what could the message be? We learned only a couple more letters today. So we've got something, then CO something in something. Is it count? Is it COUNT? Might be count small gates. Small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. Safes. Okay. Going down the precipice won't actually help me a whole lot. I don't think. There in Blackbridge there is that thing. It's like I think Orinda Aries is also called Finn Aries. I think that was a name change that it went through. I think they're one and the same. Arch Aries, and below that Finn Aries, and below that Iraja. Okay. I'm just gonna call it a day, guys. Yeah, I can't think of anything more to do. Alrighty. Well, thank you for being with me on day 19 on Mount Holly Ordinary Campus. We visited 4 classrooms in the library, and total rooms 25, rank reached 8, steps taken 69, items found 2. But we got a lot of info dump out of a couple of those classrooms. So it is what it is. All right. Thanks, and have a good one.